What inspired you to do the whole like season, like fall, not fall, whole situation, bro?
Shit, really, man. Honestly, I don't know. I was just like, man, uh, I guess just like watching TV. You know, you watch TV and you see that, oh, you got to wait for the next season. You watch, whatever, whatever. And you're like, damn, I already caught up. I need to catch. I need to wait till the next season now.
The
Um,
novela.
type shit, right? And I've always wanted to make like an 808s and heartbreak type of album. Obviously, not the same exact concept, but just more of like the heartbreak album by Kanye West. That was inspired the whole heartbreak invitation um, story, right?
Oh, okay.
And then I was like, how can I do this where I'm not dropping a 10, 12 song album? Maybe I could just make a 10, 12 song album and split it up throughout the year so that people aren't getting just 12 songs right away. Split it up. The beginning of the year, I put 3, 4 songs. Middle of the year, 3, 4 songs. Adding like little interludes. So like when the fourth piece of it drops, people could listen to season one, season two, season three, season four, and it's going to be all relatable, you know. Um, Also with just the seasons themselves, like every season sounds different, feels different, and it kind of tells a different part of um, how that relationship process goes, or like being in a heartbreak situation. You know, everything's all nice and beautiful in the beginning. You're in love or whatever it may be, and then you're like later in the year, didn't make it to December type shit. You know what
Damn.
I mean?
No,
So
yeah.
that's pretty much the
Now you know
concept.
I heard this
You're kind of going in and out, bro, on the mic.
going in and out. How about now?
Yeah, right there, you're good. I think it's like
Okay.
a certain part of your mic if you're like too far of it or something.
Yeah, let me do this real quick. Boom. Copy. Oh wait, no, no, no. Two.
You're good.
Right here?
Yeah, I can hear you. You get lower, but yeah,
Right, 100%. Yeah, this mic's right here, bro. Like, you know which mic I appreciate the most, bro?
the little like
Bro,
handheld mic.
like what? This one is gold. Like, yeah, I love all. I have hella mics, but this thing right here, and the cool thing is that I can actually use it right now. But I was like,
Yeah,
I want to get the whole little podcast vibe, so I'm using my podcast mic. Sometimes the podcast mic don't even come through.
yeah. I need to get one of those little table tripod things because this little
For
shit right here.
Oh, got you. Yeah, no. Oh, yeah. So this one's right here. I recommend it. I highly recommend the table. I was like when we set up the studios like that. I always wanted one of those, bro. I was like, man, I want to get
Yeah, I'm
one of
about
them.
to.
Yeah, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Like, bro, does not only does it look fire, but it saves so much space because I don't know, it's just right on top of the table, not really bugging anywhere else in the room. Um,
Yeah,
you know what I mean when it comes to the
I'm about
table.
to buy one right now, bro.
Yeah, how much are those now?
I see one on Amazon for 36.
Oh, that's a steal. I think I paid like 100 for mine, bro. Like probably like nah, probably less. But I didn't have
Shit, there's one on here
Prime.
for $18.
Just make sure it's not
It's not light.
lightweight. And that's what happened when I put that mic because I have the same one that you have. When I put it on this arm, it actually like it can't withhold it, bro.
No.
Withstand it. No, it. So I would recommend if you're gonna use that microphone right there, get a super duty one or heavy duty. Or if you're gonna use another microphone for podcasting, that I'm pretty sure you have another mic that's a little bit lighter, like a USB type of mic. Then
Yeah.
I do recommend like a lighter um, arm for the
Yeah.
microphone. But going back into the record that I was listening to, bro. Like, dude, let's talk about the vocal template one time.
Uh, I mean, which song were you talking about? Because I mean, the template changes through the season too.
Right. Over. Oh, right, right. All right. You know what? Let's talk about that real quick. So look, um, on podcast, I'm gonna try to lock in a couple of FL users, right? So I would consider you to be an FL professional. You know, I see you
Mm.
work behind the screen, like I face to face. So I know you're good with FL. And quick question for you: have you been tapping into any of the new FLs? You know how they have like a whole bunch of new FLs, and they're like AI
Yeah,
kind of
I've
Frank.
never I messed with somebody I follow that works on FL, and I've learned a lot from that person as far as like tips and tricks and stuff.
Hmm.
And I've seen some of the features that they come out with. It's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah, bro. Like
Pretty crazy.
I think dolls are gonna go to like a new era now. Seriously, like they're not gonna be the same. Dolls are not gonna be the same in the next 5 years.
Definitely
They
not.
they're gonna be way different, more advanced, and a lot more AI. I can't
Yeah.
wait to see all the tools that they're gonna come up with. But my question to you is, tell me about the process of like going from, you said at the beginning it was a different template, what that template was, and then that, because even from just the music prior, like obviously like one thing that I've seen from you, from all your records, and this is Frankie's channel here, is there's always growth in the process of vocal production. And obviously, my channel is all about vocal production, and I really appreciate a good vocal. So could you guide us through like the plugins that you were using on the first one, on the second, or just maybe when were you able to like transition into the template that you have now?
Yeah. So season one, which is the invitation, I think is season one. Um, I was using all
Mm,
stock plugins from even auto tune was stock. Um, and it was pretty much what I've been using for the past 10 plus years, honestly.
yep.
When I first started, it's kind of what I stuck with.
Wow.
Um, so I was just using like the stock everything. Once you learn how to use that, you kind of it's your go to, right?
Yeah.
Um, obviously, though, it was more over time learning how to make it sound more crisp, working with what I had and making it more detailed, getting more familiar with it. Once it became muscle memory, I was like, okay, I know what this knob does, so I can use this for this, whatever, whatever. So first season, that's pretty much how it went. It was just stock, kind of what I was already used to. And then when you had put me onto waves,
Oof.
um, that's where everything kind of got higher quality, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
Season two, El Verano, it was the one that basically consisted of all waves plugins. Um, I'm actually proud of that because it sounds pretty damn good for someone that didn't use waves for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So that whole time it was like learning something new. It was like getting a new toy, getting a new
Wow.
whatever. So I was
What made
sometimes
you? What
just
do you think that made you learn the Waves plugin so fast?
I would say research. Research is
Right.
number one. Um, I mean, I could have just figured it out, but that would take me. Let's just say that EP wouldn't have came out the time that it did if I was to just sit there and try to figure it out. Also having someone that's familiar with it, so being able to come to you and be like, hey, bro, so this and that. What are some of the plugins
Fire.
you use? What are the something? I mean, even really just the template and like the way the layout you've put out on the internet helps a lot.
Fire.
So that kind of comes
Man,
in the
dope.
hand with research.
No, huh? 100%.
Um, and then also just kind of knowing what to look for, right? Because everyone has a preference. So you do things your way, and I obviously took information from what you put out there, but I've also just checked out other plugins just to kind of see because the catalog's humongous.
Toots,
So it's like
bro. I
I
need to
wanted
do
to
a little
learn
bit
what
of research.
every other plugin does too, right?
100%.
So just kind of looked at what a lot of professionals are using as far as
Yeah.
like the people that created some of those plugins.
Mm-hmm. Give us
What's
a
his
little
name? I
gem one
forgot
that you
his
kind
name.
of, yeah, give us a little gem. Yeah, exactly. What producer and what can we research to learn a little bit more about FL and build our own template like you did?
Got you. So let me look it up real quick because I don't know his name off the top of my head. But he actually featured on the Waves channel because that's what I went and subscribed to Waves
Mm-hmm.
Audio,
100%.
and they have playlists on here, and you can basically look through their playlist. And there's a guy, what's his name, man?
Is he like an older gentleman, a little bit bigger?
Yeah, Chris Lord Algae,
Mm-hmm.
that guy
Yep.
right there. That
Yep.
one,
Bro, he
I was like,
taught me
okay,
how to do my because he uses Pro Tools actually.
yeah,
So
yeah.
he a lot of his information also came to my vocal template. Shout out, man. Shout out my bro.
Shout out him, bro, because really, I saw that playlist and it was like how to basically he would just give you how to sound, how to make delays sound the way they sound or reverbs, all that stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
Chris Lord Algae, if you want to really learn some stuff as far as learning the plugins on Waves,
Yeah.
I think that's pretty dope because he created a lot of those plugins, right? That I'm using
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So to have the person that created it kind of walk you through it, it's like
Mm-hmm.
the best advice you can get.
Absolutely, bro. No, that's actually pretty good, and give us a little example of like how is it to create a vocal template in FL Studio? Like just at the top of your head, like for example, in my vocal template, I kind of break it down into I think it's like 7 steps. Essentially, it's like 7 steps where after 7 steps, you're good. You can lock in your first vocal, right? Obviously,
Yeah,
for those to get to those 7 steps, like building it for me was a little bit more, but I broke it down into 7 steps, which is you load the beat, you get the keys, you adjust the auto tune if needed, the BPM and the tempo, and by step 6, you're ready to press record and lock in.
yeah.
What's the process in
Uh,
FL because I know it works a little different.
for me, I feel like I guess because it's always been like muscle memory. I don't really look at how many steps it takes, but it's pretty much similar to yours. I mean, I would say it's a little, probably even shorter, just because um, as a producer,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of saves me more time as far as getting to record it.
Mm.
Um, so before I even pull up the a brand new file, I go to my production, my beat, instrumental, whatever. Make sure I get all the information I need, the BPM, the what you call it, the key that I'm in for auto tune, all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty cool because sometimes you can even have that to where it'll program everything. You could just copy that, so you pull it up, it
Really?
already comes up on your. Yeah, I haven't messed with it as much, but I've seen a couple people do it where the beat is 130, 125, whatever. They'll pull it up in a new file and it'll already be set to that.
Mm.
Um,
Okay. So FL grabs the beat and adjusts it to the tempo of the project.
right.
Yeah.
You just have to click like
Couple settings.
yeah, just a couple settings,
Yeah.
but that's pretty cool. But
Mm-hmm.
so basically the process would go, you always want to, before you even open the file, I just feel like before you even open the file or put any beat onto the file, you want to set your BPM before you even put the beat on there. For me, just because sometimes if I was to open the file, brand new file, and then put the beat on there and then change the BPM, sometimes it doesn't go to the BPM. You gotta like kind of tweak it or mess with the sampler and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I set my BPM before I even throw the file on there. That's step one. Step two, I go to my mixer channel, and depending on how the beat is, right? The beat's too loud, you can go ahead and put that on mixer channel one. Turn the beat down a little bit just so you could kind of hear your vocals more. Depending on how it is, it's really preference, right? Some
Yeah.
people like to hear themselves record, some people don't.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then on a separate mixer, honestly, I go to like mixer 20. on the mixer channel, and I separate my stuff just because it makes it look, man, bro. Hold on. Okay, I don't know why my screen just went blank. Um, it just makes it easier for me to know to separate the beat from the vocals.
Yeah.
So on my mixer channel, I move all my vocals to the right side of the panel. It kind of breaks like a line through it.
Mm.
Color coded helps a lot too. So
Hmm.
if you like to just throw stuff on there, leave it default. I should change it. I suggest you change the colors.
Yeah, I
Colors
do
helps
too.
a lot.
100%. They do.
When I'm recording, I'll make sure it's red. I always make sure it's red just because it's lets me know red is recording. Um, I pull up my. I have a template for just recording, just to record, like just for the chain. The chain is four plugins, which is basically a compressor, auto tune. I just added RVox on there, and then helps a lot. And then I also added Sound Goodizer. I know a lot of people don't like Sound Goodizer. Honestly, it saves me a lot of head trouble. Um, I mean, once you learn how to use it, yeah, you want to use that. For those of you that bash it or hate on it, you just don't know how to use it. uh, Real talk, man. So, boom, I'm right there. I'm already ready to record. That's what BPM, one step, loading audio or beat, step two, um, then loading your vocal chain. That's step three, and then step four is tweaking your auto tune, put it to the right key if you're using auto tune, right? Um, I don't really mess with RVox too much. I already kind of have it set to where I like to have it at, as far as noise gate to compression, and then my compressor is already pre-made as well. Um, Sound Goodizer, turn the volume up or down depending on how loud you want to hear yourself. On recording, on your template, go ahead and put recording on the playlist track out thing. Boom, record. That's about 6 steps right there. Yep. Right. Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've been wanting to tap into a FL Studio template and kind of master it again a little bit because I'm actually challenging myself to have a little bit of knowledge in all DAWs,
Yeah.
right? Not just Logic Pro X, but a lot of people they look up to Pro Tools. I always had like a thing where it's like, bro, but like Logic is the same, and some people are gonna disagree. Pro Tools is standard, like, but I truly, truly believe, bro, that it really doesn't matter what DAW you use.
Not at all.
I
It's about
just
what you know.
it's about what you know because you could have Project Logic Pro or Pro Tools. Actually, let's say you could have Pro Tools, but if you just don't know how to work it, I promise you, I'm gonna get a better mix than most people that don't know at all about how to use Pro Tools, even if you have Pro Tools.
Yeah.
But and then there's a lot of people that know a lot more in Logic Pro X than not only than me, but they're experts in their field. And I don't know. I feel like it doesn't matter what DAW you have, but I want to get some knowledge, and I have a lot of knowledge in Logic Pro X. I want to get better at Logic Pro X. How? By just learning new tricks. I want to get good at FL Studio because FL Studio is a big part of the community. And
Mm-hmm.
it's not like I'm DAW hopping, but it's important to actually know the information when you go to a studio session and somebody's using, Ableton. You're like, oh no, I don't know how to work Ableton. I'm good. It's like,
Yeah.
come on. It's like, you know how
You
to work it.
just close the door right there.
Right. It's like, no, 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 no. Here, let me just, so I want to tap into all DAWs. And my mission right now is I have a Logic Pro template. We've been working obviously like on a FL template, right? And now I think it would be lovely to tap in into, of course, a Pro Tools template, to have that on deck, an Ableton template, and all templates because essentially they all do the same thing.
Right.
And it would be actually cool to like test them out, put the same plugins in the same template and test them out and just have that type of competition and see. There's definitely DAWs that are just easier to use, and that's what I think where people actually get caught up on. They think
Right.
Pro Tools is better, but it's because they probably just learned how to work Pro Tools and now they're navigating in their mind and that as a Pro Tools user. If they go to Logic Pro X, they're like, man, Logic Pro X sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a different software that you kind of have to tap in again, right? If I
Right.
go to FL
Exactly.
Studio right now, I'll be like, oh, bro, that shit is too hard. No, no, no,
Yeah.
it is hard. Of course, it is hard, and people, but once you wire yourself to think as a FL user, you're tapped in, and I've seen people like, aka, I've seen you work in FL Studio, like it's like, bro, it's so dope. I think producers and engineers are some of the smartest people when it comes to software, right? Obviously, in the world, there's a lot more complex software out there, but music software, it's dope. It's really complex. And I think that producers, engineers, musicians, and people that know how to work DAWs, like they're wired different.
Yeah.
It's like obviously they call it engineering, right? Audio engineering. It's for a reason because it's literally engineering sound on a computer. So I don't know. I think pretty cool, man. And but no, I appreciate you letting us know how you came up with that FL Studio template. I think is huge to um to have your own template. If you're somebody that doesn't have your own template out there, you can download two templates right now. You can download, well, actually have like 5 6 templates. You can download the Alexsoy vocal template at alexsoymusic.com// vocal template. And I'm pretty sure Frankie's working on a way right now to get the FL template to you guys. Possibly, I don't know, maybe by the end of the year. I'm not sure his timeline. What do you think, Frank?
For sure.
Are you planning on kind of like giving us that gem on the
Oh yeah,
internet?
definitely, dude. So with the whole process of this album being put out,
Yeah.
honestly, December is the last EP, and
Mm.
that's where that chapter ends. Heartbreak Invitation is basically done. But I looked at it as like, why not? Oh, like right now, while I'm still using Waves and getting the feel of how the plugins work, what makes me sound the way it sounds, and
Mm-hmm.
really getting feedback from people to where people are like, "Oh, I like what you did on this song," or "I like the way your
Mm-hmm.
vocals sound here," whatever, whatever. That's helping me decide. Okay, so this is the perfect template. This would
Mm.
be the great template because every template is not the same for every EP. Um, obviously, season one that'll be a template for people that don't want to buy third party plugins or third party stuff and wants to just kind of know the
Yeah.
basics of it, which is great. You always want to start off with something or at least can get used to and be familiar with. Because once you implement new stuff, it's kind of the same thing. It's just higher quality, right? Um, so definitely after EP4 drops, I'm basically going to use all the templates that I created in the process of making this whole album throughout the year. Um, pick the best ones that I feel like would fit and would really be something that people want to use. Um, and by then, yeah, man, we should have something ready. FL
I think,
Studio
yeah,
template.
I think that's a great strategy, bro. Like marketing two templates because obviously you have Heartbreak Invitation season one, which was recorded on, you said, stock plugins. So anybody that wants to get a sound um a sound prediction of what that template would look like, the stock FL stock template from Frankie AR, then go to Heartbreak Invitation season one and understand what the template would sound like. And if they
Exactly.
want to tap in into your latest template, they'll just tap it into season four, and that's with a little bit of wave plugins and just with a really a project made with a template mentality. Because in
Mm.
season one, where you were using stock plugins, where did you have a template for stock plugins, or you kind of just slap them under as you go?
Well, before I dropped that season, before I dropped that first EP, I was just muscle memory. My brain, I would just know, okay, this is how I
Right.
used to always. I never saved my template. I would just put, okay, I would always have this here. And honestly, for a while, that kind of threw me off because there'd be times where I'm like, I don't know if I did that right. Especially when you take a break from
Mm.
music and you come back and you're like, okay, let me get to mixing and doing this and that.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
You start to forget what order you had them in, right? So as you know, you've kind of walked me through and taught me that, like, why don't you just save a template so every time you come, it's this is the order you want them to be in. Just tweak them the way you want it to sound, but the idea is always the same, right? So now that I'm working on a template and really just, after our conversations, I've I've implemented that. Okay, I like how this sounds. Save it. So I'll probably have like maybe a handful of them on there that I like,
Mm.
that are my go-tos. It saves me the trouble of having to go and every single plugin being plugged in. It's okay, just hits open template, pulls all 10 plugins in, whatever, and now I'm just tweaking them to that audio or to that song. So yeah. Now I have a stock plugin. I mean, stock template for sure ready. I just need to really just create a layout
Mm-hmm.
and make it user friendly.
Mm.
So where someone that picks it up isn't just gonna be like, okay, so what do I do? I
Right.
wanted to make it to where they can open it. They'll see this is what this is for. This is what that's for. Drag and drop, tweak a little bit if they want to, and use it.
That's the bro. That's super fucking cool. I think that's awesome. I think templates for anybody that's an engineer and a producer, it is just what you wanna have on your arsenal of products.
Right.
It's like it's just one of those, like, you're gonna sell merch, cool. You're gonna sell hats, amazing. And if you're an engineer, if you're a producer, I mean, templates is it's like a no brainer. It's like you gotta have them, be, because you're creating essentially an authority in your niche, right?
Right.
You're creating an authority in FL Studio community. And so when people want to find answers for FL Studio and you have templates, you have videos, you have all this information for them, you become an authority in that niche. And if you're a producer, I think personal branding is probably the most important thing. Producer,
Definitely.
engineering, arting, everything, a brand development and personal branding right now is probably never been bigger than now. Like, everybody should have their personal brand. I heard a quote the other day and it was like, the biggest business that you have is you. I don't know
Right.
if Alex Hermosi said it or somebody like that, but it just, obviously we always think like that, but it takes sometimes a person to tell you, you know what, you're right. Like, I am a business, I am a personal brand. Not only that we're personal brands, we've been building it for years. I mean, I'm literally
Mm-hmm.
right now on Apple Music on Frank AR's page with catalog for days, right? So what that means is that there is a brand online already put together, and now it's actually up to us to just monetize as much as possible from that brand
Right.
by creating products. So really looking forward not only to Heartbreak Invitation season 4, which you're calling it the
Cold as winter.
oh, he's you be coming up with some fire names, bro. Okay, nice. So season 4, can't wait to hear that out. I'll be definitely, I'm tuned in. Like, what I love about projects, bro, is I love listening to the actual sound of it, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
deciphering, like, man, that vocal is sitting right on top of the beat, like,
Mm-hmm.
just the whole time. Or wow, that hook has how many layers of vocal could that possibly be to make it sound like that? Just,
Right.
I tap into the sound. I listen to more than just the song. um some songs, I just I can only just listen to the song and not listen to the audio, because it's not perfection, but it's a vibe,
Yeah.
just in general. Like, I was listening to some song in SoundCloud the other day, and like the mixing is terrible. It's like some guy from Brazil, right? Out there, they just be like, as loud as it can, 808, just but the song is such a vibe that is like, man, it don't even matter.
Yeah. Hell
So
yeah.
also the energy that have been put into the projects, it's really cool, bro. Honestly, just from the outside looking in, just so you know, it's really cool to see an artist, take this kind of direction, where throughout the whole year you're staying consistent with similar, like, back-to-back projects, right? It always keeps you, because there's a couple things that are happening. First thing that's happening is that you're giving our content to the people to listen to, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the most important things that I've realized about this whole music thing is like, bro, just get the catalog up. Like,
Yeah.
I remember one time I looked at my whole career and I'm like, You asking to have all this attention in your music and you ain't even got 100 songs out.
Yeah.
Like, like I talked to myself and said, like, come on, bro, just step up the catalog game up, cause
Right.
like people got music out. You need to too if you want to compete with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Some people get amazingly blessed in life, and their one or two body of work, just they're so massively and so in tune with everybody, and how that they're just massive. But we can't give ourselves that luxury of just like, "Oop, I'm that good, I just need," no, it's like, let me just show that I actually cared about putting in the work, that I work,
Right.
that I cared about actually perfecting my work. And that's why now in SoundCloud, bro, I'll be putting my little throwaways on
Yeah.
SoundCloud. I'm like, y'all gonna listen to my little shit. Y'all gonna listen to my little, throwaways, because sometimes I go to SoundCloud and it's like a reminder for myself that yes, like it has been a progress, and I'm not ashamed to show my bad stuff. I'm not ashamed to show the things that don't go well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show everything because I'm a human being. So it's really cool to see a artist, take a direction where you're the no okay. The second thing that's happening is that you're staying consistent the entire year, right? The
Yeah.
first thing is that you're taking an approach that a lot of people don't take. The second thing is that it keeps you consistent and working throughout the whole year. But I like what you said though. It's like it keeps you consistent without overwhelming yourself.
Right.
Because if you were to say right now, because it's 12 songs, right? In total, I see that each one is about
Yeah.
four. Yeah, so
Yeah.
so but no, so it's gonna be 16 in total this year, right?
Mm-hmm. Probably
16.
even more because I want to end the year with a bang. I want to have.
Ooh, okay. Nice. So
I'm
that's more than 16 records that are nicely taken care of. Not throwaways, not nothing. This is si-
mm-hmm.
more than 16 records, potentially, 18, 20, 24, whatever the case may be, that have been really catered to, and experienced on with vocal templates, with new plugins. Da, da, da. It's like, it's dope to see an artist take that direction, bro. So seriously, I'm looking forward
Appreciate that,
to.
man.
I'm looking forward to listening to his last a year project from you. I'm also really excited to hear a little bit of what's coming 2026 for you. I'm not even gonna lie, like that's also a good something forward to as a listener from the outside looking in, because um well, as a listener, yes, but based on the conversation that we had last time when we linked up recently, um and the style of music that I was hearing a little bit more on, um, it's we've always been very, like, the good thing about making music with you, Frank, is that you've always been very open to be open about the things that you go through with through music.
Mm-hmm.
You've never been like, oh shit, that's too, I don't know if that's too personal, bro. You don't let out some stuff that if people listen to the music, they're gonna find out things about your life for real.
Yeah.
I was
Really.
listening to one of the songs the other day from you, and you were talking about how one time the bus got shut up right in front of you. I remember that
Mm-hmm.
time. And it's
Yeah.
like, and I was thinking back thinking like, damn, like, the bus got shut up. Like, that's, although it's in a song, that's actually a pretty intense situation to go through, because just a little bit of a miss, boom, and like it could have hit
Mm-hmm.
somebody or you or whoever. But thankfully, I'm not sure if anything happened that day. But long story short, is like I was thinking about, man, how the fuck does it feel to be, just riding a regular bus and it gets shut down, shut up,
Yo.
and you're like, it could be, like, in a way, life changing, depending on how you take it. Cause it's like, it God is with you, and it's like a reminder that, like, man, things could just pop off, like it just happened.
Really
But
though.
hey,
Really.
like, seriously, bro, that's what I took from it. Whenever I heard it, I was like, damn, that's like actually pretty. And then not only just that one, that's actually like a one of the situations, but throughout your music, you open up a lot about your life and things you've gone through. And
Yeah.
then in the last conversation, we talked about, when we recorded a few, just last time, we were just talking about how in this upcoming music, it's not about being cocky, it's not about being this, but it is about being confident in the thing that you created, and kind of letting it out and saying, look, I know what I know, I am who I am, and if that's okay with y'all, that's cool. If not, that's cool too.
Yeah.
And just expressing who you are, so I'm looking forward to hearing more production from you, bro. Seriously, what do you think is
Oh, yeah, I appreciate that, man.
For sure. What do you think is 2026 gonna look like for projects? Like I see what 2025 looked like. What about next year?
Um, so lately, before I was just dropping music, not really, but really, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I first started, you remember that from a cultural diamond.
Yep.
When I first started, I was just learning the program, learning how to be an artist, how to really just create with an intention and not just to create, right? Um, and just having fun. As time went on, at first, I also did want to just say I appreciate that you notice the fact that I implement parts of my life in my music because it kind of lets people know who I am throughout the music. It's not just oh making music and just saying stuff, right? Because anybody could say anything. Um,
True.
so like that's my biggest intention in the music is to you might not know me personally, but you can know me through the music. You can know where I came from, what I've gone through, what I've experienced, and
Yep.
if I can give anybody any advice through the music or any type of insight of kind of reminding them like
Your
I've
co-
gone through
your
this, you can go
camera
through
kind of
this.
froze up, brother. My bad.
You can see me.
I see you, but you're froze up.
Let me turn it off and cut it back on.
Maybe that could work. Hopefully it doesn't.
Is it good?
Nope. It could be my end. Real quick, let me see. Nope.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Okay, let me see. Unassign, cancel. Okay, there we go. So
We're good.
yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay,
I think
boom.
what it was is because my computer keeps wanting to go into like
Sleep mode.
yeah sleep mode, so it
Yeah.
probably froze it up.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
My bad. You were saying about the real life situations translating into the music.
right, yeah, and that's just one of my biggest things that I took on as I was growing up and being a consumer of music, hearing people's experiences, from
Yeah.
um, just really storytelling. That's one of my biggest things. So I'm glad that you're able to see that because it shows me that not just because you're my friend or whatever, but other people are probably taking in that same type of
Yeah.
intention, right? They're noticing that. So that's pretty good to know because it's feedback. It's letting me know like, okay, it's appreciated. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely want to stick to that. But yeah, man, see, 2026 is looking like more of being more storytelling, making every piece of project intentional. Um, not just going off of feeling anymore, but really just creating a discipline. If there's a story I want to put out, I'm gonna make sure that it's exactly what I want it to be, right? That's kind of how I went into the process with this year, kind of just sticking to a topic. Because the whole idea when I came up with this originally was I was going through a breakup, going through a situation where I was like, you go through it, right? Um, and as time went on, I kind of just didn't feel that way anymore. So I was like, not gonna lie to you, middle of the year, like EP 2, season 2. At that point, I was already like, I'm over that relationship, that over breakup, whatever, whatever. But I started something, so I have to finish it. You know what I mean?
That's why I fuck
So
with you, bro.
created a discipline, and I was like, I'm still gonna stick to the concept, stick to the main idea, stick to the concept, right? And then overall, just sticking to what the story is I wanted to tell. I may not feel like for this season 4, it might be a little hard because I don't feel that way anymore. I don't feel
Mm-hmm.
the whole gist of the story is heartbroken, right? So, but being able to tap back into that feeling, into that emotion, and to really just do it and not think so much about it, it's like the whole fun of it, right? You're like, damn, I still managed to create something out of something that happened a time ago.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going into 2026. Just making sure that if I'm gonna put out a story, a feeling that's intentional and that it's well well put together. One thing about me is just I as much as I wish I could, I don't just post stuff to post it, right? I like it has to look right to me, right? That's part of like the perfectionist in me. to the production, to recording, to mixing, to cover art, to delivery, everything.
Always.
so so yeah, man. Next year, all that heartbreaking, lovey dovey stuff. If y'all like that from me, if y'all watching this and y'all like that from me, and y'all know who I am, sorry, but next year don't expect it. Uh, we're putting our foot to the neck of the music industry and really just letting people know that this isn't just fun and games. It's a way of life, music, artistry. Being the best at it, being the best as possible. Just going crazy.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. I see it coming really. So I was like, man, let me tap into what you seeing for 2026, cuz just it's just really how life goes. When you put in a certain type of energy, it just gonna come back.
Yep.
And what I've seen a lot um over the past year, just kind of talking to you about just music production, is um a lot more, like a lot information that you could put out, but most importantly, feeling like an expert in your field, no matter
Right.
what, to where you're like, no, I know this shit. Like,
Right.
I know what's happening. I know that what's happening in the tracks. I can pull up to a studio and do what I do, and that
Yeah.
confidence is everything, bro.
hmm
And go ahead.
it took some time, man. It took some time. First, it was just, as an artist, sometimes you're like, man, this shit ain't it, bro. Like, people don't rock with me. People don't fuck with me. And then it comes down to what you said earlier is like putting music out and you only have 3 songs, but you expect people to fuck with you is like, what are you expecting out of that?
Mm-hmm.
You only have 3 songs.
Yeah, it's like
But
people want something to believe in.
right. And them seeing this, that's why this approach I took this year is the same reason, giving them a catalog and letting them know like, okay, I had some songs out, but like now, like, it's serious. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if y'all thought I wasn't on it back then, then y'all about to definitely see, and really just watching you, bro, watching you, how you do your music and the stuff you put out, even on SoundCloud, that, you would say that are your throwaways or not, but I know that you've like done them and you're like going straight off of just that confidence of knowing your shit and talking about what you've done, as far
Yeah,
as the things you've done to your vocal template, to creating a website, to creating funnels, to all that stuff that created an inspiration to me to be like confidence. You know what I mean? Like, be
always.
confident in who you are and being confident in what you know, and that's the approach. Really, just
I love that, bro.
inspiration, man.
Inspiration. It's Yeah, inspiration is huge. Consistency is even bigger. Motivation, it's part of there, but kind of how you said it the other day, it's like, one some days we're gonna be motivated, some days we're not gonna be motivated. But if you
Mm-hmm.
know that the task need to get done, you're just gonna get it done.
Get it done.
And man, I'm looking forward for it, bro. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that feedback on the stuff that I do myself, because, sometimes I think I look at young kids. Let's say, like, I look at a young kid that's 16 talking about business like he's 40 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yes, that's the level of confidence you should have, young man, because it doesn't matter what level of expertise you have. What matters is how passionate you are about getting to know that information and getting to know and letting people know about the little things that you have. And
Right.
and that's when I kind of was like, I made a switch, like, in a way where it was like, because, bro, like, you say that, but just at the beginning of it, I was like, man, I'm talking about like my vocal template, my music, this, but like I'm not really an expert at this. Now, was I expert? Yes, I was, but in my mind, it was self-sabotaging.
Mm.
My mind was like, oh, bro, like, but there is like that guy that's better, and it's like, so what? It doesn't matter. This is what I'm passionate about, so I have to talk about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if
Exactly.
it doesn't matter if there are other guys better than me. That's great. Let me watch his videos real quick.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, I'm passionate about it too, so I gotta get it out. I gotta let them know. I gotta say something and let people
Right.
know, because this is just what fuels me, what fuels the passion. It don't matter if I'm an expert or not. Tomorrow I might start talking about, like right now I'm really tapping into AI. And good thing that nowadays I'm this confident to say when I believe in something, I'm gonna talk about it like I'm an expert at it because that's what I'm trying to become. And so,
Yeah.
I'm gonna test. Well, I am already tapping in heavily into AI things, AI that. And the other day, like a lot of people, they're like, when they think anybody that's around me now, when they think AI, like they always like look at me, oh AI, ChatGPT. They're just looking at me and like, like laughing in a good way, like bro, like that's your topic, and it's like yes,
Hmm.
that is my topic. And so, I say that to say to anybody watching that wants to start a channel, that wants to make a song, that wants to make a beat, that wants to put a show together, that wants to get into anything new, but you're like, "Ah, I'm just not that good at it." Exactly. You'll never be good if you just don't do it.
Nope.
Like it's just that's the exact point. Oh, I'm not gonna start streaming because I'm just not good at streaming. Right, because you've never streamed before. Oh, I'm not gonna write a
Exactly.
song because I don't know how to make a beat. Right. You need to get in there and do the thing, and you trust me. After 10 years, you'll be good. You'll be an expert. Might
Hmm.
take you less, but after 10 years, you better believe you're gonna feel confident to say something. And I think
Definitely.
right, and I think that's the era that we're in right now, bro. Where it's like we've done so much to our own production, to others people's productions. So we know what we're doing. The only thing that keeping us from not talking about it is actually ego and self-sabotaging
Yeah.
ourselves.
It
It,
is.
it I mean, what else could it possibly be? Because I know how passionate we are about certain things, and like I'm just in that space in my life where it's like, bro, I'm gonna live my print on this earth as much as I can. Like I'm just going to put out content every day, make videos, talk to my friends, and talk about our conversations, what's going on in our mind, with the things that we're passionate about. Because if we don't do that, what are we gonna do? Be not passionate? Nah.
Yeah. That comes a lot into, people always say do what it is you want to do, regardless of how it comes out. 'Cause you're gonna regret not doing it, right? Like and I've heard stories where people are on their deathbed and they're like, I wish I would have lived more. I wish I would have
Mm,
done this more. I wish I would have
mm,
done that more. And it came down to them just being scared to do that, or not really just doing what they wanted to do.
right.
Um, and just kind of goes hand in hand with, like you said, bro. Like we're never gonna be good at anything we've never done before. From from even when we were born, when we were little,
Mm-hmm.
we didn't know how to walk, and we learned how to walk.
Exactly.
We didn't know how to drive a car, but we learned how to drive a car. Is wanting to do it is gonna get you somewhere than not wanting to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I look at it, and I mean that's really the approach. From people watching this, really approach that we've taken over the years of
Mm-hmm.
doing this. Not being afraid to do what it is we want to do. Uh, I used to record on a phone and headphones,
Mm-hmm.
and kept wanting to do it. Got to a point where now I have what I have,
Mm-hmm.
built the relationships that I built, and I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm a professional artist, but in my mind, in my eyes, I am, because I
You
can do that,
absolutely are.
you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely a lot of self sabotage that people need to realize it's not what it is, not what you think it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah, bro. Man, that's actually a topic that we should hit one of these days. Like how to realize you're self-sabotaging yourself. You know what I
And
mean?
it's we don't even notice it until later. We're like, man, I should have just did that.
Yes, bro. It's like it's self-sabotage has been my biggest skill, learning how to deal with it, how to manipulate it into a better way. Like self-sabotage, I used to use that word a lot because I realized at one point in my life, I'm like, every time something good's about to happen, I damn near try to self-sabotage myself, bro. A good person
Yeah.
coming into my life, self-sabotaging and do things that are wrong. A good position coming into their life, self-sabotage by thinking you're not good enough. What? Like,
Yeah.
nah, 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 nah. I wanna live life thinking that I could do everything and anything that I set my mind to. I don't want to have limitations on my beliefs. I want to be realistic, but I want to be passionate and willing to do the things that I love and enjoy. You know, like some people
Yeah.
say, like, well, you can't just wake up and be a doctor. Well, I don't want to be a doctor. I
Mm-hmm.
want to be a professional musician that monetizes my career. So, yes, if I were to try for 10 years to be a doctor, I'll probably be really good at that. But that's
Right.
not what it is. So, it's like, it's not about, oh, you could just wake up and do anything. Yeah, you can wake up and do anything, but it's going to take time to get good at that thing as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so, yeah, leaving people with that, man. So,
Hey, give me 1 sec, bro. I gotta make this call real quick.
make that
I'm
call
gonna
one
just take
time.
my mic off.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's Frankie AR in the building. Oh, I think I can still hear you.
Hello? ¿Qué pasó?
Yep, you guys go ahead and tap in into Frankie AR's um project. This is the latest project. He just sent me some stuff over text that was pretty awesome. He sent me a record, Farewell. Fire. I'm not gonna play it but sometimes you gotta just send that text to a friend and say, hey, yo, bro, listen to this. Um, but one thing that I could just tell y'all, man, is just tapping into your full potential. You Gucci, bro?
Hear me?
I hear you now.
All right, all right, all right.
Cool, cool, cool. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Just 'cause I gotta go pick up my mom in a minute.
Okay. No, we're done deal, brother. Appreciate your time a lot. Um, looking forward to Heartbreak Invitation season 4. The colder's winter.
Yes, sir.
Damn, what a that
Now
sounds like a
I'll give you a
movie, bro.
little sneak peek of the cover art, man. Just because we
Man,
here.
that's fire, bruh. Great
Yeah, this was
work
gonna be
on
it's my favorite one for sure, just because of the songs that I wrote
yeah,
and the vulnerability of it.
yeah,
It's just
different level. How many songs so far?
different level. So far, I got 4 so far.
Okay.
I got 2 that are done.
So
I got 2 other
so
ones that I
there's
have
a high
ideas for.
possibility of doing more records then.
Yeah, for sure. Just because it's for some reason it's just this EP just feels so much more fun than the rest of them.
That's awesome. You're already
Let me
working
see.
on
I
the
don't know if
cover
I
and
can see
everything.
that, man.
Ooh, a little sneak peek on the cover. Season 4 coming through. What date?
Sometime in December, bro.
December.
It
Okay.
has to be cold. It has to be cold, man.
Gotta be
If
cold in the
not,
H
if
town.
not as early as January, early January. But I'm trying to do
Okay.
it before the year's over. Before New
Yeah,
Year,
for sure. For sure. Absolutely,
just
bro.
cause.
That's gonna be dope. Can't wait for it. Can't wait to see maybe even some visuals come out. I know that you're very creative with visuals.
Mhm.
Can't wait to see some of that come out, bro. But Alexsoy aquí presente. Everybody go ahead and like,
Hey, hold on,
subscribe,
no man.
comment.
Before we go, man, you gotta let them know a little bit of what you got going on, man.
Me, bro.
What's the move, man? What's next?
Right now, I'll be 100% honest. So I do have. This is the first time I'm saying this, probably on my YouTube. I'm gonna have a album release party for Love in Spanish Volume 2. The album's been out quite some
Mm.
time, but just due to personal reasons while its album was getting out, I didn't do a major release. So John hit me and said, hey, bro, look, you know what your album deserves? Album release party. And it's more of a party slash concert, or
Mhm.
it doesn't even have to be a release. It could just be the Love in Spanish Volume 2 party slash
Yeah.
concert. So that's a major thing that I'm hyper focused on right now. Another thing that
Okay.
I'm super focused on right now is two platforms that I've created over the past few months.
Yup.
First website being vocalmaster.io, which is a free nonprofit hub where artists can post raw vocal projects with budgets of XP, which is a currency in the platform that you can get by literally interacting in the platform for audio engineers, producers, anybody to claim, to master, and then deliver it back to you with pro quality mixes. So that's one of the communities that I'm working on. It's called vocalmaster.io. I recommend everybody to sign up. It's completely free and it allows you to collaborate with other people. Right now, there is a few projects that I've uploaded on the platform to claim. So essentially, let me see, claim new projects. Right here, there's a few projects that you could just claim, right? As you can see, this is a beat that I uploaded, so you can claim it, record on it, boom. It's really cool. If you want to find out more about it, vocalmaster.io. And then the second platform that I've created is called vocalmaster.io. Well, I have a few ones that I'm gonna show right now. Vocalmaster.io space, a profile, I'm sorry, a platform where you can work with me directly, me and my
Mm-hmm.
team directly, right? I've just did an update to the platform where the first thing that's gonna happen is that there's a platform chest that I'll be randomly dropping. Right now, there's 630,000 x 421 XP, literally, that I can drop for anybody that's on the website signed up at any time. The second thing that I updated on the website was that now people can actually be signed to the website. You can be a vocal master artist. What this means is that you will get $250,000 worth of XP that you can spend on however you want inside the vocal master ecosystem. What this means is no contracts at all, no ownership of your music, of artists. They own it all. We're not signing nothing. The only thing that's happening is that you get to be a vocal master artist, meaning that you have leverage to using the XP on things like the battlefield, where you can create battles with a SoundCloud link, and then race and battle against other artists and win prizes. There is a store where you are able to essentially buy a whole bunch of tools, gadgets, links, things that help you elevate your career. I've created an artist showcase place where you can actually create your own artist profile, and people can come in here and gift you XP. They can literally, fans can directly give you XP, which means essentially buying XP and gifting you XP. They're gifting you a tool to level up your career. Essentially, it's like gifting artists tools through this website.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy XP right here as a fan, as a listener, and gift it to your favorite artist that's on the platform. I've also created a learning hub where in this learning hub, it is step by step a few things that I know how to do. The one thing that I know how to do is record myself at the crib. And I've made an entire playlist on the platform itself that allows you to see the entire process on how to record yourself with the Alexsoy vocal template. The second thing that I know how to do is I know how to monetize a music career at this point. So in all of these videos, I showed you how I went from making nothing on my music to having months that I make $18,000 in a month deposited into your account by a simple vocal template, and a free one at that. But I show you how to turn that up. Then I show you how to make your music a music business, how to make an extra 27,000, the best affiliate links, 3 habits that will make you rich, how to fund your career, the secret that will make you rich if you use it correctly, how to collect your royalties, how to build a community, how to get your LLC, digital marketing, music distribution, sync licensing, which is the number one thing that I'm focused on right now as well, because me and John and I just got synced with the NBA. So we get checks every single month. Did I tell you that, Frankie?
Yes, sir.
So we got synced with the NBA. So boom, sync licenses, artist development, and most importantly, one of the ones that I love the most, music sales strategies, how to make money online. All of this you can find vocalmaster.io space, right? And most importantly, of course, you can submit projects for us to work. This is just the extra gadgets. The whole point of the website is that artists can come in here, submit projects, and then what happens is that I'll show you guys a little bit of what happens in the admin dashboard. I'm able to see people that have a pipeline with me. What that means is that what process are they in? Are they in the domain process? Are they in the website process? Are they in the creating the free offer? Are they in the funnel part? Or are they already at their paid offer? I can see everybody. These are demos that I have done because this website is brand new. I just updated it. But this is demos that I have done where essentially somebody goes into their vault. It's 1,000 XP, but it unlocks them onto my ecosystem, and it allows me to start working on their project. So if
Mm-hmm.
you are an artist and you want an entire funnel created for you, an entire ecosystem, all you do is you go to vocalmaster.io, you create a profile, you go to my vault, it's gonna be 1,000 XP. If you don't have XP, you can purchase XP right here. Once you unlock that vault, what that's gonna allow you to do is you're gonna show up in my admin dashboard, and I'm gonna start working on a funnel for you. I'm gonna contact you directly, and depending on where you are in the funnel, I'm gonna be able to see that there. I can see all submissions through here. I can see all users. I can send users XP. So if you're somebody that's brand new to the platform and you have no XP and you would like to experience with the platform, DM me. I'm pretty cool guy. I'll send you some XP if that's what you need. I can also promote people within the website. So if you want to be part of the vocalmaster.io.space ecosystem, we can hire you on to be somebody that works with us. Also, I can DM people directly through the vocalmaster.io.space, which is how I will be communicating with anybody. And most importantly, I credit people. You have a referral link where you can literally share this link and get XP on the platform. You get, I believe, $100 to $200 worth of XP by having people use your referral code. All signed artists will show up right here, and as you can see right here, somebody submitted, which actually is a demo that I did. I can either approve the submission or decline the submission, which means essentially that you will get $250,000 worth of XP. On the roster right now, I have two artists, myself, Alexsoy, and my friend Dedrick, which did a demo so that we can see that everything, the update worked. As you can see, granted 250,000 XP. um and if you want to know more about Vocal Master IO, Vocal Master ecosystem, about Alexsoy, who I am, what I do, that you go into this website right here. One last website that I want to promote is gonna be this one right here, which Frankie, soon enough, I want us to kind of like tap into it because it's gonna be real fun. It's called
Mm-hmm.
masterio.fun. Okay, in this website, okay, let me do a private one because I've messed up my profile by kind of gambling a little bit too much on it. um, vocalmasterio dot fun. It's a website. Oh, not this. Vocalmasterio dot fun. It's a website that I created, bro, just to literally have fun. But it actually promotes the entire ecosystem all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what you can do here, you come into the website and you get 100 million XP to mess with. There's a lot of things that you can do to it. One of my favorite things is just to not lottery, is just to play blackjack in the website. I can bet right here. Oh, we're gonna stand. I just won 10 million. As you can see, I won 10 million XP right here, right? Just a fun
Damn.
yeah, just a fun website to play with. But there's the arena where it has more games. Okay, yes, I created all this through a website called Horizon. Essentially, I built ecosystems. I build websites like this. As another blackjack place, I create lottery where you can essentially bet. Like, let's say I'm gonna bet the lottery. It spins, and depending on what it lands, I win the lottery. The cool thing is that you always win, and so I just won 150,000. Cool, perfect. It tells you how many times you've played and what's the biggest one, whatever the case may be. Watch this one though, bro. A record label. Okay, you can
Mm.
invest into a record label here, and it gives you residual income every time that you come back into the platform. And by the way, you are investing your money into Alexsoy, and this is just fun XP money. It has nothing to do with real money. Okay, on this platform. So boom, I just invested my money. I'll come back later. Now I created stock, bro. I created. Watch this. This is the vocal chain stock, the soy chain stock, Alexsoy music stock. Okay,
Damn.
these are just, like I said, for now they're just play with websites. But what I'm working on is creating ecosystems like this for artists, where artists are able to connect real data into, essentially, it could be a stock market of themselves. It could be their website could be a record label where fans can directly support. Look, there you go. Let me claim my profits. Boom. So
Damn.
because I invested in Alexsoy, he gives me residual income. Does that makes
That boy
sense?
hit 7 mil, 700 mil right there.
700 mil just by investing in Alexsoy's label. I created a workforce, right? So you can hire people to do things on the website for you. So I can hire this data miner, I can hire this casino analyst, and it ups the things. I can hire all these people, and it ups your chances of, oh, I don't have enough money. So see, these people right here, they're very, very expensive.
Mm.
But essentially, it's just a fun website to enjoy yourself as a musician, and kind of damn near it's like a finance website for musicians, bro. Like, because like I made it have a credit score, right?
Mm.
They can actually on the website, they can actually ask for credit on the website, as you see right here. So they can apply for credit, they get approved if they have good credit on the website, and then they can grab that money. So you pay 100,000, it gives you 1.5 million. But what you can
Mm.
do there is you can invest that into the crypto, use that shit to go up. As you see, the stock went up, and then you pay back your credit card, because if not, there is consequences. Your credit goes down, and they start taking money from you like this. The website does. So I've made it to where it's like an entire ecosystem that allows people to, this is the things that affect your credit score. And it's cool, bro. Whenever you get a chance stepping into it, that's essentially the last this is essentially gonna be the last website. I want to introduce you guys to Alexsoy. No, I'm sorry, freevocaltemplate.com, which is the official website for the Alexsoy vocal template. I give you, not only do I give you an example of what it's gonna sound like, but I give you what you're gonna get on the template. Okay, every single thing that's on the template, you can have a premeditated vision of what it's like to be inside the template by having this website right here. Give you the best video that I've ever made is this one, because it literally introduced me to the power of what it was to create a tutorial for the template that I just created. Freevocaltemplate.com. My name is Alex Soy. I was here with Frankie AR, two musicians creating technology and resources for artists, musicians, engineers that want to level up their career.
Right. Right. And just with all that being said, man, just want to let those that are watching know, if you see something on here that you would like us to implement, let's say you don't use Logic or you don't use FL and you want to use something else, let us know. We can always learn how to use that. For those that know how to use it, good for you. But for those of you that want to learn and like let's say I can only afford Ableton or I only have Ableton but I don't
That's
know how to
good,
use
bro.
it, let us know about that. Because that's gonna challenge us to learn it as well.
Mm,
But with the knowledge and experience we know with what we have now, the dolls that we have now, a lot of it's gonna be somewhat the same. It's just making it understandable for that doll, right? So
absolutely.
stuff like that. Make sure y'all let us know.
So if
Comments,
so, whatever DAW you are using and we're not talking about, let us know in the comments. Any plugins
leave a
we didn't
comment.
talk about, we leave it in the comment. Frankie, where can they find you at, brother?
Man, you can find me on Instagram, Threads, Facebook, YouTube, um, Frankie AR, literally Frankie.A.R. You won't miss me. You'll know exactly what I am. You'll see the
Mm-hmm.
same thing you've seen today. The catalog is there. Um, Same thing with Alex Soy. You can find him. He's everywhere, literally everywhere. You can Google him, he'll pop up. So
Amen.
if y'all are looking for us, man, y'all know where to find us.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Peace. Subscribe, like, comment. Let's get it.
Appreciate you, bro.
Hell yeah.